What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Rebecca, and today we will be going over some of the strange cases where people went into the woods and disappeared. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started.
As you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
All right, our first case is going to be Sandra Lynn Johnson Hughes. She went missing June 26th, 2020. She is a white female who was born July 26th, 1966. She was 5'3" and weighed 150 pounds. She had brown hair, brown eyes, and at the time of her disappearance, her hair was dyed blue. Her nickname was also Sandy. June 26th, 2020, she spoke to her family, telling them that she would be doing a solo camping trip. She had only lived in California for 6 months, but she was considered an outdoor expert. She was a survivalist and had plenty of time in the outdoors. July 1st, 2020, campers called the sheriff's office about an abandoned campsite near Johnson Meadows area in the Sierra National Forest above Bass Lake. When authorities arrived to the campsite, it was in a disarray. Among the mess, they found Sandra's birth certificate along with her social security card. Based on how the campsite looked, authorities knew that there was some sort of a problem. Days later, July 4th, deputies say that she crashed her car near the campsite. She was going no more than 20 miles an hour. After this, she ran into a ravine. After she crashed her car, there were people who witnessed it. They offered to help, but she declined. They say she stayed around the wrecked car for a little while. Sandra has been seen walking through the woods 2 more times. Again, people offered help, and again, she denied the help. A few days after the car crash, her sleeping bag was found inside Yosemite National Park, about 2.5 miles from where her car crash was. A massive search took place for about a month after she vanished. Due to a fire, there were a few delays. After the fire came, winter arrived, which delayed the search even more. August the 9th, there was a possible sighting of Sandra. 2 gentlemen were leaving the woods when they saw a lady leaning against a tree. The woman matched Sandra's physical description, except she was visibly thinner. She did not appear to be distressed and did not attempt to contact the hunters. Sandra is trained in wilderness survival. She has studied to be a park ranger in college. Her case remains unsolved, and the circumstances of her disappearance are unclear and very strange. Unfortunately, the sheriff's department has still been unable to find Sandra. They have followed up with any and all leads that have been available. A young boy claims to have seen Sandra in the woods. His family believes it is Sandra's spirit, and the spirit was telling him where her body was located. Here is a clip of that video.
She needs our help, but she's dead.
The Gorba family of Corskell told Fox 26 News their son talked with a ghost described as a dead woman in a meadow not far from where Hughes disappeared.
He was very adamant that we needed to help her, and he described down to blue hair. He said she has a black shirt, blue jeans, and blue hair, Mom.
And the sheriff said that.
That's the exact description of her when she went missing.
And detectives followed up.
And we went back to that area to look around, just trying to cover every basis. I think all of us hold out hope that maybe somehow she's alive out there, I don't think the evidence supports that. It's been a long time without any sightings. During the search times,
What is up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you do, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us grow the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Love you. Y'all are the best. Bye. So our next case is going to be Brendan Allen Nippon. Last seen September 27th, 2020. He is 39 years old. He is a white male, 5'10", and 170 pounds. He has a scar on his forehead to his hairline on his left side. He has brown hair, brown eyes, and also occasionally wears glasses. Brendan went hiking with his dog at the Snow Lake trailhead. Him and his dog never returned. Brendan and his dog, a mixed breed named Seta, often hiked the area. It is said they were on their way to Gem Lake. It is an 11-mile hike rated as difficulty with 2,672 feet elevation gain. September 28th, 2020, Brendan's mother reported him missing when he did not come home. Rescue teams were immediately dispatched. October 5th, 2020, the search was discontinued. 366 searchers have spent a combined 2,000 hours searching for Brendan and his dog. Nothing was ever found. However, the authorities say that if they receive any new information, they will resume the search. So this next one is going to be a couple that went missing in Arizona. Glenn Roland Hyde went missing November 15th, 1928. He was a white male. His date of birth was December 9, 1898. He was 6 feet tall. He had brown hair. We also have Bessie Louise Haley Hyde. She went missing the same day, November 15th, 1928. She was a white female. Her date of birth was December 29, 1905. She was 5 feet tall and 90 pounds. She had brown hair, brown eyes, and formerly married name is Helmick. Bessie and Glenn Hyde were on their honeymoon in northern Arizona at the Grand Canyon when they vanished October 1928. They headed down the Colorado River. They planned to boat through the Grand Canyon. Bessie would have been the first woman ever to do this. Glenn had run through rivers before, but this would be Bessie's first time. A few weeks later, before their disappearance, the couple had ran into other boaters. The boaters said that Bessie seemed like she wanted to turn back. However, Glenn was pushing her on. Several months later, the Hyde's boat was discovered that winter, seemingly undisturbed. It was upright and full of supplies, but Bessie and Glenn were missing. They were never seen again. Our next case will be Jared Michael Negrete. He has been missing since July 19th, 1991. He was from San Bernardino County, California. He was a male, Hispanic. His date of birth was September 11, 1978. He was 5'2" and 150 pounds. He had black hair, brown eyes, small birthmark on his right cheek, and he wore glasses. Jared was on a camping trip with his Boy Scout troops. They were hiking to the summit of San Gurno Mountain, which was 11,500 feet high. Jared became tired around 1,000 feet from the top and was told to remain behind alone while the others completed the hike. When the scout troops returned, Jared was gone. He was never seen again. He was carrying a blue 2-quart canteen full of water. His camera was located during the search of the area. It was full of pictures of the area. It also had a picture of Jared's face showing his nose and eyes. Searchers found footprints they believe belonged to Jared during the search. They also found beef jerky and candy wrappers as they believe it also belonged to Jared. 30 years later, and no other traces of Jared has surfaced. So this next one, technically it is in the woods, but I did want to go ahead and give out just a little bit more information so people didn't question why did I put this video on there. Technically he was at a ski resort, then he went into the woods, and that's how the story started. But I did want to give a little intro for this one. Hope you guys enjoy.
Well, the big question police are asking tonight is still simply how 49-year-old Konstantinos Danny Philippidis wound up missing here at Whiteface Mountain and turned up alive nearly 3,000 miles away 6 days later in Sacramento, California.
Konstantino Danny Philippidis was a firefighter who went missing from the slopes of a ski resort in New York, sparked a massive search, and was found 6 days later on the opposite side of the country, still wearing his ski suit. Danny had been on an annual ski trip with his friends and colleagues on Whiteface Mountain in New York when he disappeared. He turned up nearly 3,000 miles away in Sacramento, California, where he contacted police on his new phone he had just bought and said he was missing from New York. Danny told officers he believes he had suffered a head injury. He said he rode on a transfer truck and slept a lot on the way to California. He also got a haircut at some point. When police asked him how he got to California, Danny said that he could not remember much. He remembered skiing on the trails, and that's all he remembered. Police initially did not believe he had went missing and looked into his claim, only to find that he was telling the truth. Later, he remembered being dropped off and having a credit card which he used to get cash. However, he had no other forms of identification. Officers say he had not been under any influences of any drugs either. He was taken to a hospital and had no signs of any injury. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. It really helps us grow the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. Y'all are the best. Love you. Bye.